Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another brand new video and hope you all are having a really great day. So today we're going to be learning top 3 useful properties in navigator object in JavaScript. So guys, let me tell you first of all what is a navigator on JavaScript. What is the navigator object in JavaScript? So let's get started. So guys, the navigator is actually a simple object which contains a lot of functions that JavaScript gives us that we can use to actually modify our web application and do lots of stuff. So let's look at the object first of all. So go to your console, for tests actually if you're following me, so go to your Chrome console or whatever browser you're using and type navigator and press enter, and you can see we have, whoa, what are these? Guys, don't freak out. This is just simply, functions and all those read properties, actually, read-only properties. So this is the full navigator object, and you can see inside that we have, properties like app code name, app version, Bluetooth. This is showing Brave because maybe I'm using Brave browser, that's why. Okay guys, so this is our navigator object, and inside this we have lots of stuff. So today we're going to be learning full useful good stuffs in this navigator, which is useful stuffs and good stuffs. Okay, so first of all we are going to be looking at the clipboard. Where's that? I lost it. Oh, right there. Yeah guys, so this clipboard, navigator.clipboard, you can do a lot of good stuff with this. Okay guys, I don't know if you guys ever went to TextFaces, TextFaces websites or not. There, if you click any button, if you click any emoji, then it gets automatically copied and it comes to your clipboard. You don't need to copy it anymore by selecting. So we can do exactly that with this navigator, and we can also read what is in the clipboard of the user, and we can also write, we can also paste, we can also write, paste, all those things we can do with this clipboard method. So let's get started with this clipboard at the first place. So let's try to read the clipboard of the user right now. So I have a code snippet that I'm going to paste it right here. I don't know why, but my paste is not working. Let's try that again. Oh, there we go guys. So this is the navigator. Let me explain to you what is this. So this navigator.clipboard is pointing to the clipboard of the user. Then we're calling this read text function, which is then going to read all the things that is inside clipboard. Well, that's a bit not right thing, but still, you need that. If you need that, you can use that. So then what we're doing, we're taking that, the value of the clipboard as text, and then we're console logging that text. So let's try that and let's see that works or not. So I'm going to save this, and then we're going to go to our browser. And I'm going to refresh. And guys, one more thing, remember that the user actually has to give the permission to actually read their clipboard, okay? Otherwise you're not gonna get that permission. So that's a problem, to actually go sneak into someone's clipboard. Okay, so I actually already did that. I already allowed that. So because of that, the app is able to read my clipboard. So now it should show the console log. So let's check it out. And there we go guys, it actually says the right thing. You guys are awesome. So this was actually in my clipboard, which I copied, and this function that we wrote right here read that clipboard text, then it console logged the text for us. So this was the first awesome and cool thing about the navigator object. Alright, so the next thing is the maxTouchPoints property of the navigator object. So what is that? Let me show you. But first of all, let me make it a bit bigger so that you can see. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so this is the navigator object, and you can see we have a property called the maxTouchPoint right there, which says 1. Now, so what does this mean? So this maxTouchPoints actually returns the touch points supported by the device. It's going to return you the number of touch points supported by that device. So what does that mean is every single PC that has no touch, no touch screen or there's no touch functionalities, and it cannot support any any touch points, then it's going to give you a 1. So if you say that if the max touch points is equal to 1, then show my website like this, which means you're saying that if there's any PC or there's no touch screen device the user is using, then show this, or else if the user is using a touch screen, then show another type of web page. So you can use this actually to detect the user is using a mobile or a touch screen or not. So in this case, I'm using a PC, so it is showing me 1, and if I use a touch screen, then it should show a greater number than 1, and maybe I think 200, 300 points, because in a mobile the full screen is touch point, right? So I don't know how many points is going to show you. So if this is greater, the max touch point number is greater than 1, then which means the user has access to a touch screen. So this was the second cool and good stuff about the navigator object. Let's jump into the third one. Alright, so the next thing is the connection property of the navigator object. So let's check, where is that? Navigator, actually you don't need to, but still, I love that. So here we have the connection object, connection property right here, which is actually a object, and you can see we have the downlink, which is the downlink, and the effective type of 4G. So now this is really useful and important, because this is the connection of the user's device, which means that this 4G is the user's connection currently. So how is this useful is, guys, if you have a website with high frame rates and all those high stuffs, and suppose a user with very low connection, like slow 2G or 2G or 3G is coming in, then it's going to take a lot of time to load your page only. So if you see that a user with 2G connection or 3G connection is coming in, then you can set your website with a different environment, with a different frame rate, or with those configurations, so that that user also can use your web application fast enough. So this is really useful, and this is the effective type of the connection object right there. So this was the number 3rd cool and awesome property of the navigator object. Now guys, one more thing I want to tell you, please read the documentation before using any of these properties, because some of them are experimental and some of them cannot actually support, some browsers does not actually support these properties. So make sure you carefully read the documentation and then use this. So this was number 3. Let's get into the number 4. Alright, so the next cool stuff about the navigator object is you can track the user's location. Yes guys, now let me show you how can you do that. So I'm going to type, there's a property on navigator which is called the geolocation, and it is going to give you a object with a lot of things, but we actually don't need that here. In this video, in this tutorial, now what we need is the navigator dot geolocation dot get current position, and this is what we need, and this is going to return us the latitude and longitude coordinates of the user's location, where the user stays. So this takes 2 or 1 parameters. I actually forgot that. Make sure you check it out. So but what we're going to do is we're going to say console.log to actually console log those values. So console.log, actually it is going to give us undefined first of all, then it's going to give us the object. So let's go ahead, because you have the undefined, because this console log is for nothing, just you have to give some parameters because of that, and then we have this object right here which actually shows us this coordinates right here. So you can see we have the latitude and a longitude value right there. So guys, this values is going to be different, is not going to be accurate, and is going to be false in my browser because I'm using Brave, and Brave keeps things secret. So if you are actually trying to implement this, be careful and make sure you read the documentation carefully, then you test this thing, you use this thing, okay? Because this function, guys, actually is not accurate all the time. it can be a bit different, or sometimes it can be false too. So be careful and read the documentation carefully and use this property. So thank you very much guys for watching this video. This was all for today. I love you all guys. Stay safe and stay healthy. Until next time guys, I'm out.